So I know a little bit about him. Every time he gets a role, he somewhere lives that a little bit, and a part of that role becomes him, like during the period of that film.
Yeah.
Like, and it happened over time. Like I've seen him during Kota, there is a certain aggression in the human body, in the body itself. I've seen him through Lucky Baskhar, I've seen him now with Kanta. In some ways, like, what is it with you? Does a part of that character stick with you? Or am I right or wrong first?
I guess it's always there, playing in the back of your head. Right? Like, and if I think if you're on a certain look or a certain hair or beard or whatever, like I think
that energy of that person sticks with you.
Yeah.
How about you? Did some parts of Sumati continue being with you?
No, absolutely. The major part of Sumati being that she's a mother. That's something that I obviously don't have any real life experience with. So I really had to kind of dig deep into that aspect of my character that I was playing. But apart from that, I think I'm a complete director's actor. So I give into the process of what he wants me to do and how he wants me to be, because he has the whole, you know, the whole movie in his head. He knows what's happening. I probably don't know how I, would see that. So, and also we don't shoot in a linear way. So I don't know what's happened in that. So I think I trust him fully with the way he's like, you know what, I think she's going to be in this space now. So I don't think too much.
But sorry to interject, but did you think you would have heard like your mom or like the mothers in your family in some form?
So just the mother bit was something that I knew that I had to kind of work on a bit, and literally the only example that you'd be having is your close ones that you've seen around you, which is my mother. But apart from that, I don't think like for other characters there's not too much of like homework, I would say.
I feel like every time you came, because I mean this film we shot over a year.
So you shot over a year?
Over a year.
Oh my god,
That's
yeah.
great.
Like, I mean, not entirely Venki's or Vamsi's
breaks on and off.
Breaks. I had some health issues and stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like every time you came back to set, you were very happy to get back into Sumati. Right?
Yes. So that's one thing.
Nice.
This is one set and one character that I have absolutely enjoyed to the bits. Like, I cannot tell you the energy that I get and that I have, and I feel like it just kind of spreads. You know, that energy on the set is something that I've not seen anywhere so far.
So apart from the both of you, who are the other actors that are larger part during shoot?
I mean, the kid.
Ritvik was so
Yeah.
good. There's not one retake I can think of.
Because of him?
We would forget lines, you know.
We would forget lines. Oh, we'll mess up.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a sequence where he's asleep and both of us are talking, and I say something and she reacts loudly and he wakes up.
Yeah.
But between takes, for setup or whatever, we're taking time, and he's always lying there with his eyes closed, and he could have very easily fallen asleep for a child of that age.
Right.
But he was there.
But as soon as they call action and as soon as it's his cue to wake up, bang on.
Nice.
So I feel like there's one time where he messed a line up. We're all like,
How could you?
Yeah.
How could you?
did you mess up a line? And he was like,
He's like, is it that wrong?
and we all put him in the spot. We're like, oh my
Finally,
god, you're
one
normal.
mistake with this kid.
True.
But he's adorable and he is so well prepped. Knows all his lines, knows all his beats, knows
Very
all
hardworking,
his
disciplined.
hardworking. Such a good kid.
Yeah.
So I loved the experience of working with him. But I think the entire cast, as in not just the home situation, like even the bank. I feel
bank,
like every single cast member there. I feel like we all almost live like that is our workplace, and we all have roles to play. There's a gentleman who plays the security guard. Every single day of shoot, he's already there in uniform. And when I'm walking in, he'll salute me. And we have so many interactions in the film. And I feel like in the most distant shot where he's there in the background, he's still standing there. Like,
and you know,
it's amazing. And every other character in the bank, for me, and we almost operated in that same manner. Some 45 days we shoot in the bank set. So every day at 6 p.m. when they call pack up, we'll all leave the bank together.
So it's like,
you're
like almost bank
actually
employees
living
all
like
exactly. So
getting out of the same place.
like a factory, the bell or whatever rings and everybody exists together. We'll all pour out of the bank like that. I've never had these kind of experience. I remember there was a day when I think we finished early, and all the bank actors.
You were going to say all we bank employees.
All
That's what was going to come out of your mouth.
So they all kind of got into regular clothes and they all want to take photos and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wow, like this is how all of you look like, because when in period attire and work clothes of that time, they're all very like formal looking and like hair done up and
Correct.
And then now they're like cool, young, colorful,
Peppy.
hair open and all this stuff. And I was like, wow, like I can't imagine all of you like
All of these guys
yeah,
like this.
beautiful.
See, like as soon as I heard from, actually first from Venki about what Lucky Baskhar was, right? Like just the fascination of taking money from a bank and just going away was just a happy idea.
Big spoiler. Right?
No, I mean that's what I like. Just bank money.
Sure.
And I always wanted to loot a bank, like in my life. And you like, what is that energy? Like, there's a writer called Sridhar Raghavan, who's a friend of mine. He said every time you can take money from somewhere, some institute, it'll be a blockbuster because all of us want to do it.
Because we're conditioned to. Are we allowed to reveal this?
Oh no, so it's not. Then we'll chop it in.
Okay.
Venki will take whichever piece he wants.
Sure. Okay.
We'll
But
put
I
piece
think our
after it.
conditioning, right? Our conditioning is so much to behave and do the right thing and follow the rules and the law and abide by it and not really stir up any kind of hornet's nest. So when we see films where or when I see true crime dramas of any type, you're always wondering, how can you do that? You know, wow, like it really takes some guts, or like it really takes sort of some dismissing of your integrity or your understanding of right and wrong to go and do this. You know, and I think that's what we find kind of heroic. Like, wow, this takes another kind of guts. This
Guts
takes
to get
another
this
kind of
done.
like bravery to do this, because the rest of us are so boxed by conditioning.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's the fascination.
okay, when I meant bank and money, I actually was talking about Nagavamsi. So Vamsi is right. He's a dear friend. I worked on with Bimal Naik. I did a film
Sure.
Yeah.
with Sitara, and he is so different from all the producers you normally see in a classical sense.
For sure.
So he had something which now became very viral and popular. I have to talk about it.
Sure.
He said day one is going to be 100 crores, and that's how he's beginning his campaign for this film.
Just to make it clear, in 13 years of my career, almost 40 films, I still haven't hit 100 crores. So if this does 100 crores day one, I will be the happiest person. I will probably be like Vamsi. I'll have a framed picture of you in my home.
But tell me, how is it with Stara, with Vamsi, Chinmabur, all of them?
No, they've been lovely and they've been very supportive of the film. But I remember there was one, I feel like we were maybe 30% of the film. And Vamsi is very confused. So he's not the kind of producer that's like meddlesome, like he doesn't overly interfere.
Yeah.
But he does, visit from time to time to sort of show his presence and make sure like you know that he's around. And that's good. I think that's healthy as producers. If you're there every day, like a lot of producers sit there from all day to seem like the clock is ticking and like
There's that nervous energy.
correct.
Because
So
they're
you're
there.
like, if we go over, but he doesn't do that. Like he comes from time to time. So one day he wanted to meet me and he's like, "Sir, is everything going as? Do you think it's going okay? Because this is not a typical massy commercial film
Correct.
with fight and dance and songs and all this stuff. But we're still going, this many days. We're still shooting so much. You sure it's okay?"